So we're here at the town hall. It is lit up red behind me for World AIDS Day, and the clock at the top is even red. And we're doing a little walk down to the bandstand and back. It's really cold.
People are living with HIV in the UK and globally. More than 35 million have died of HIV or AIDS. After the show, everyone is welcome to join the march to the seafront with Stephen Lloyd, our MP, the leader of Eastbourne Council, Councillor David Tutt, BourneOutLGBT, and of course the Terrance Higgins Trust.
I want to thank you and thank our brothers and sisters that we have lost in the past, and help us focus on helping the people living with HIV, because it can live for many, many years with the medications that we have today. And hopefully, in some way, we can help people and reach out to them. Is David Tutt here? You are David. As leader of the council, I will call on David, then I will call on Stephen Lloyd and Terrance Higgins, who do a wonderful job and have done for many, many years in this town and throughout the town. Thank you.
Thank you, Scotty.
That's the situation.
Well, good evening, and on behalf of the council, can I thank you very much for coming out on this cold night. A year ago we had about a dozen or so of us, didn't we?
We did.
And so to see the numbers we've had this evening is really encouraging. It helps to draw attention to what is an evil disease that so many people have suffered from and are still suffering from, and hopefully to draw attention to the need for even further investment to combat it. Many of us will have known people who have lost their lives to AIDS, and we pray for them. We look to the future, a brighter future. My thanks go to BourneOut for the organisation of this event, Terrance Higgins Trust for their involvement and their presence this evening, and to all of you for your concern, and just keep up the fight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Scotty. Welcome, everyone. I was just talking to Bryn on the way here. I'm of an age that I remember a long time ago that I knew quite a lot of friends who sadly had AIDS and passed away, because not many of you will know, but many, many years ago I was an actor up in London for a company. It's deeply unsuccessful, I have to say, quite why. But it was an age just before AIDS and HIV, and it was an amazing time. And I had a lot of friends in the arts, very dear friends who were gay, and we had a lot of fun. And then this terrible thing began to happen, and I was explaining to Bryn, the worst of it was for, I don't know, a couple of years or so, we just didn't know what was happening, but people we cared for were getting sick, and it was just awful. And any of the other folk here of my age will know exactly what I mean. And then, you know, as you all know, the story, things changed, and we are where we are now. And in a remarkable way, we're actually in a strong place. Because I don't know if anyone was listening to Radio 4 this morning, Bryn was reminding me that today, with the right medication for people with AIDS and HIV, people are living longer than people without the illness. Because the medication has blocked it, and people who obviously have HIV often then begin to eat sensibly and don't do things like I do and still eat doner kebabs at the age of 60, by the by, and so remarkably living longer. Now, you know, looking at some folk around who are my kind of age, would you ever have guessed that 25, 30 years ago? So I want to share that story because it tells us that things change, and they change for the better often, and they change for the better because people care and people fight and people work so hard. The Terrance Higgins Trust has for years, and I know that people joining me this evening would have done themselves and fought all those years ago. So it's a pleasure to be here. I was very active with the Terrance Higgins Trust up in Westminster only a couple of days ago, where MPs across all parties were at the reception. It's lovely to be back as your MP, and it's a privilege for me to join marches like this on an issue like this that X number of years ago I just thought would never ever ever happen. So thank you so much for turning up, and it's a pleasure to be here. Then thank you very much, and I'll turn over to my Terrance Higgins Trust. Thank you very much.
Just to reiterate, thank you so much for turning out in the cold this evening. I'm Sarah Smith, I work for Terrance Higgins Trust, and really well supported this evening by volunteers and staff who have got buckets with them for collections this evening. Part of our rolling on this is that the local collections that we have help us to support the people who are living with HIV in East Sussex. Around 2.5 people per thousand are HIV positive in East Sussex. So it's a significant number. And it's the people living with HIV who we have so much work to do with. And we've mentioned already the 100,000 or so people in the UK living with HIV, around about 90,000 of whom know that they're living with HIV. That leaves a significant proportion who still don't know, which is why we encourage testing and screening at every opportunity. We're able to drop into the gun clinics here in Hastings, a fingerprint test, and get a result in 15 minutes. It's very easy to know your status around your HIV. We ask again for support in reducing stigma. I understand so many of you are here tonight, and that is great. People living with HIV still suffer day to day the reactions of people who don't understand the condition. People on effective antiretroviral treatment cannot pass on the virus. We're possibly now in the generation of people living with HIV where the transmission will be stopped altogether. And that's something enormously hopeful for us all to look forward to. So I thank you so much for turning out today to think about the people living with HIV who have their journey forward from here, and to remember those people who lived through the darker days when things were not so optimistic. I'd like to pass over to David Chaplin from the Seaside Congregation, who's going to lead us through.
I'm sure today is a very pertinent and poignant moment for many of us. For me, my own individual connection is that my best friend is the person who invented the red ribbons that you're wearing today, which is why I particularly wanted to be here, and also as a representative of the Church of England. This year is the 30th anniversary when the Church of England formally acknowledged World AIDS Day and agreed to support it. So it's going to be an important personal anniversary for many of us, but also an anniversary as we think more universally and widely as well. And as the other speakers have said, I don't want to keep you in the cold for too long, but I think it would be appropriate if we just spent a brief moment in prayer to think of those who have gone before us, for those who we love but have lost and see no longer, but who we now pray rest in the haven of heaven above. Loving God, you show yourself to those who are without help and make your home with the poor and weak of this world. Warm our hearts with the light of your Spirit, that we may accept the challenges of HIV and AIDS, and we ask that you would strengthen those who care for the sick and enlighten those doing research and outreach. We remember those from the LGBT community, also women and men who have been raped, and children who have been thereby affected by this condition. We pray for those who have been affected through the use of drugs. Teach us, O God, not to pass judgment on our neighbours until we have walked many miles in his or her sandals and carried his or her burdens on our shoulders. Instead, make us mindful of the needs of our neighbours, through the grace of Jesus Christ our Lord.
Amen.